You're watching the SCAC YouTube channel, and joining us today from Colorado Springs, Colorado is the SCAC Defensive Player of the Week, Senior Defender Andrew Worthington of the Colorado College Men's Soccer Team. And Andrew, first of all, congratulations on the honor, and we appreciate you joining us today.
Thank you. No problem.
First, just tell me kind of the mindset going into this weekend. You had an opening weekend of 1-1. You came back at home this past weekend with 2 matches against George Fox. So what was kind of the team mindset going into that game?
Our team has some goals set from the beginning of the year, and we want to reach those goals. And the first game of the season was one that got away from us. We lost our home opener. And everybody on the team, that was kind of some fuel for the end. We've been playing really well since then, and we, made up for it the game after George Fox. And since then, we've just been trying to play our own game, do what we do best. Just we're staying in games, we're competing, and that we do what it takes to win.
And since that opening match for Lost Occidental, your team's won 3 in a row, moves to 3-1 on the season, just cracked the top 25 in the NSCAA at number 24. Tell me about just what the team was able to do to kind of turn that around, just the confidence the team's playing with since then.
Yeah, we knew going into this year that we had a much larger returning core than last year, so we really didn't expect to lose our first game. We wanted to hit the ground running, and that was kind of a wake-up call. But since then, we've been playing very good soccer. Everybody's been playing well with each other, and that doesn't mean a whole lot to us. Right now, we know that we're still very far away from what we want to achieve, and that, one game at a time, one step at a time, and we'll get there.
Defensively, it was a great effort for the team. A 5-1 win over George Fox, really a match you guys controlled throughout, and then a tough 1-0 win over Keene. Just tell me about the defensive effort and what you guys were able to do, especially earning the shutout over Keene.
Yeah, obviously when you get shutouts, everybody looks at the back line and the defenders, but it was a team effort. Defending from front to back, localization from the goalkeeper, being smart off his line, and the pressure from up front. Everybody was together as a unit, and it was a very solid defensive display. And that's something we're going to keep building on. We're going to keep getting better every single game, but it comes from everybody on the field, not just the back line.
Andrew, you're a senior on this team. In your first 3 seasons at Colorado College, at least according to the information I've gotten, you've had 1 goal. So far, your senior year, you have 2 goals. You're just on fire offensively. What's gotten into you offensively?
At least the first 2 years on my team, we had a couple extremely large kids, and my roles on set pieces wasn't the greatest. But now, this year, it happens. We have set plays, we have things we want to do, and when the opportunity arises, I just happen to be in the right place at the right time, and I've had 2 relatively simple goals to score. So I took my chances. Yeah.
Your team, as we've mentioned, won 3 games in a row, sitting at 3-1. Just what's this team have to do going forward to continue to find success?
I think we found our winning formula this weekend, especially versus Keene State. And going forward, we're going to start every single game the way we want to start our games, and we're going to try to do what we can to impose our game on other teams. And we know what we have to do. We know who's playing alongside each other. We know that we have to fight for each other. We'll continue to do that. And every single game, day in and day out, not ever letting anybody impose their game on us and never underestimating an opponent. So if we continue to do that, we'll move forward.
Andrew Worthington, Senior Defender from the Colorado College Men's Soccer Team, the SCAC Defensive Player of the Week. Andrew, we're going to move on to our next section, and that's going to be our Take 5. We got 5 random questions coming your way. We just want you to answer them to the best of your ability. And we'll start out with this. I would argue, you've been up to Colorado Springs a couple times. You definitely have one of the most beautiful campuses and beautiful areas I've seen. But other than Colorado Springs, what's one of your favorite SCAC campuses or FCAC cities to visit?
Let me think about that.
It's a tough one. You got San Antonio, Dallas, the Austin area. There's a lot of good ones.
Yeah, I'll say that the travel weekend we usually have the most fun on is Trinity Southwestern. It's in San Antonio. It's nice that we get to kind of stay in one city, and we usually have dinner or something, do the river walk Saturday night in between games. So that trip is usually fun, and those campuses are very great as well. So that's usually a fun trip.
All right, you've got an audition with American Idol. You have one song to just wow everybody. What is the one song you will be singing?
To be fair, I don't think I'd ever be on American Idol.
Sure, of
If
course you would.
Yeah, okay. If I was though, I would definitely be one of those people who's just doing it to get on television and would sing some gag song intentionally, really poorly. It'd probably be something really poppy and flashy and kind of a shallow song, something like Lady Gaga or something like that I could sing really badly and hopefully get on the television.
Absolutely. You can still get a record deal out of that. You never know. All right, let's stay in the music thing. Now, this has been a tough question for a lot of people we have asked so far. So I'm going to throw it at you. NSYNC or Backstreet Boys? Be honest.
Once again, I don't know if I can really comment on either two. I will say that my first CD was a Backstreet Boys CD, so I guess advantage Backstreet Boys.
Who's one of the goofiest, funniest teammates on the team, and why?
Um, to be fair, I couldn't point out one person, but it would definitely have to be our sophomore group.
The entire group.
The entire class of sophomores. They're just a bunch of hooligans, and they're a very close knit group. I think they do everything together, and the way they greet each other, especially if they were gone all summer, was like a bunch of high school girl best friends who hadn't seen each other for a long time. They were screaming and hollering, and so it's without a doubt that sophomore group. Yeah.
All right, we'll finish it off with this. There's so many questions to choose from, but I think I'll go with this. Everybody has a guilty pleasure TV show that you kind of just feel terrible that you're even watching it. What is that one TV show that you've watched that you feel almost dirty even watching it?
I wouldn't say I feel dirty watching it, and I'm a little bit behind the game, but I just started Breaking Bad on Netflix, and that's taken up a considerable amount of homework and sleeping time as well. So, you always say only one more episode, but you continue on until way too late in the night.
Definitely a great show. Andrew Worthington, senior defender from the Colorado College men's soccer team. We appreciate you joining us and having a little bit of fun with us as well. And we wish you all good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.